Hey guys, your favorite maths teacher in the world, it's Paul, and welcome to Paul's Maths Labs. And today we're going to be looking at coordinates, okay? So what do coordinates tell us? Coordinates basically tell us the location of something on a graph, okay? So they're usually given in the form like this. They usually look something like this, very, very similar to this. So if we have let me just write down first, we have our x there, and then we have our y. And if we're going to put in numbers, it can look something like maybe like this, 6 and 5. Okay, where 6 is our x coordinate and where y is our y, where 5 is our y coordinate. Okay, so x is the horizontal distance, y is the vertical distance. But what does all this mean when actually doing it? So let's look at our example here. So we're going to look at the left graph first, and we have these letters that are plotted on our graph. Okay, so basically what we're going to do, we're going to find out the coordinates of each of these letters. Okay, so the first one, let's find A, then we're going to find B, C, and I don't know why I didn't do it in alphabetical order, but I just added a W there. Okay, so we're going to give the coordinates of all these points. Okay, so first thing first, when looking at coordinates, you always write down your x coordinate first and then your y second. Okay, so your x, as we see down here, your x is on the horizontal axis and the y is on the vertical axis. Okay, so we always write down what our x coordinate is first. So how much do we need to go across in order to get to the horizontal distance of the A? So let's see, we go here, well, 7. Okay, so our x coordinate for A is going to be 7, and what is our y coordinate going to be? How high does the A go? It goes up to 13. Okay, so our coordinates are going to be 7 and 13 for A. Okay, now we're going to look at B. So B, we go across and then up. So we go across by 3 and we go up by 6. So we go across by 3 and we go up by 6. Then let's look at C. So with C, we go across by 11 and we go up by 7. Okay, and W, we go across by 2 and we go up by 15. W, we go across by 2 and we go up by 15. Okay, so that's plotting all the coordinates for those specific points. Now we're going to bop over to this side. Let me choose a blue colored pen. We're going to bop over to this side now, where we have been given all 4 quadrants. Okay, on our graph we've been given all 4 quadrants. Okay, so in the first one we only had the positive quadrant, we only had quadrant 1. Here we have all 4 quadrants. Okay, so again, don't get intimidated because you see negative numbers here. Okay, don't get intimidated. We still do the same thing. If we still want to find the points, we still do the same thing. So let me just jot down the letters that we're going to find. So we're going to find G, we're going to find Q, yeah, that's meant to be a Q, we're going to find Z, we're going to find U, and we're going to find E. Okay, so those are all the letters that we're going to look for the coordinates. Okay, so G, again, G goes across by 4 and up by 4. Okay, so we've got across by 4 and then up by 4. Okay, so 4, 4. Q goes across to -2 and up to a +2. So it goes across to -2 and it goes up to +2. What about Z? Z goes across to -5 and up to a +6. So Z goes across to -5 and up to a +6. And what about U? Well, U goes across again to -5 and it goes down to -3. So U goes first the x coordinate, so it goes to -5, across to -5 and down to -3. Okay, and E goes across in the positive direction of the x-axis to 3 and down in the negative to -5. So it goes across by 3 and goes down to -5. Okay, so that is it for that one with the when we have the negative quadrants as well as the positive quadrants. You can see that it's not that hard at all. We're just still doing the same thing, which is we always go across first and then up or down. So across, then up or down, depending on where your point is or what you're trying to find. Okay, now let's look at an example of what we might get in a question. Okay, so here we have, it says, so we've got our graph there. It says write down the coordinates of A. So A goes across by 3 and up to 2. So it goes across by 3 and then up to 2. Okay. Now it says write down the coordinates of B. So B goes across to -2 and down to -1. So across to -2 and down to -1. And it says here, it says for question C, it says plot the points 0, 2 and label the point C. Okay, so we need to plot the point 0, 2. So 0, 2 means we're going to go across by 0 and then up by 2. So we go across by 0. So we always start at our center point. That's our center point, which is 0 for the x and for y as well. So we're basically going to stay at 0. That's basically what it's telling us. Then we're going to go up by 2. Okay, so that is actually that point there. And then we need to call it C. Okay, now the last question says plot the points -3 and 1. So we're going to go across to -3 and then we're going to go up to 1. Okay, so we're going to go across to -3 and then up to 1. Oh, sorry about that. So across to -3 and up to 1, which is there. And we're going to call that point D. Okay, so that is really coordinates, guys, in a nutshell, or what you'll probably be seeing in your course if you're doing like the GCSEs or possibly the IGCSE, etc. If you have core coordinates in your curriculum, that's most probably what you're going to come across. Now you may also get it in different forms and also in other subjects like straight line graphs, etc. You will most probably have it in there as well. So I just wanted to give you kind of an introduction to coordinates, and just to let you guys see that it isn't actually anything to be afraid of. It's actually quite simple, quite easy, I would say. And yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in to Paul's Maths Labs, and I'll see you guys later.